Hello, hello, hello. Q Brown back at it again. I'm here to talk about a very sad story. I was just scrolling on Instagram and I came across on site and they was talking about these two 19-year-olds who had a 3-month-old baby and how the baby died. So I said, one pops up. I was just talking about a place in Rochester, that's upstate New York. These two kids, 19, if you want to see their pictures, just go to on site on Instagram. Their pictures is there. They have a boy, he's 3 months old. They have nowhere to live, so they go to a friend's house. The friend is renting out the house. So you know how people buy houses and then they rent them out like in apartment style, like, you know, one side is upstairs, the other side is like the main floor downstairs or what have you, and then they rent out the basement. Well, they go to the friend house and they stay in there. The friend let them stay in the attic. Now, the friend has 2 pit bulls. This friend keeps the pit bulls in the attic. So if I'm letting 2 of my friends and their child come stay with me, I would not then keep the dogs up there in the attic with them. That's just me. I wouldn't have done it. But I'm trying to make some sense of it. And maybe they couldn't leave the dogs outside because in their rental agreement, they don't have access to the backyard. Maybe there's no backyard. Maybe there's no front yard. They can't keep the dogs outside. Then why have dogs? But they was renting and they was keeping their dogs in the attic until they let their 2 friends stay there. So the 2 19-year-olds wants to smoke some marijuana, so they leave their baby in the attic. Again, I say that's where they keep the 2 pit bulls. Now, the assistant DA said that any reasonable person that would be in this situation would act differently. So let me tell you what they did wrong. 1, they left the baby unattended. And 2, you don't have a crib, you don't have a car seat, you don't have any of that. So where are you leaving your baby to sleep on? The floor. That's 3. You left your baby sleeping on the floor. That is crazy. I would never have my baby, no 3-month-old. When my son was 3 months old, he was attached to my chest everywhere I went. If he was not in the bouncer, he was in a car seat, he was always protected. 4, you left the baby by itself on the floor around pit bulls. Where they do that at? I guess in Rochester. So the 2 parents go outside and smoke marijuana for an hour. They get upstairs to the attic, the baby's unresponsive. I'm assuming they call 911 because then the police, when they arrive on the scene, according to the Daily News, the baby was severely injured. The baby then was rushed to the local hospital where he was pronounced dead. To think that an infant was just sleeping and these dogs was just biting him, picking him up, throwing him around, it's just... It makes my stomach hurt just thinking about that. Like, the stuff those dogs was doing to this baby for the baby to be dead, it's just... I can't even imagine it. Are you serious? At 19-year-old, you gonna leave your 3-month-old on the floor in the attic around dogs? I don't even care if the dogs were pit bull. I would not leave my baby on the floor around dogs. All right, so the infant's death was ruled a homicide due to the injury from the dog mauling, if I'm pronouncing that correct. The 19-year-old was then arrested. So August the 3rd, this happened August the 3rd, on a Saturday, early morning, earlier this month, August the 3rd. Officer responded to a report of a dog attack at the residence, August the 3rd, approximately 1 p.m. I don't know if the officer responding to a report of a dog attack was even the parents even calling 911. It doesn't even say like the parents call 911, which is weird. According to On Site, the people that was renting out the place got evicted and the dogs was put down. I don't really know how true that is, but that is what On Site is saying. The Daily News is not saying that. It just says that the parents was arrested Wednesday. So this happened Saturday, August 3rd. The parents was arrested August 7th, that Wednesday. They was arraigned Thursday morning and they pleaded not guilty. I guess they pleaded not guilty because they actually didn't kill their baby. The dogs did. But I feel like your baby died because you didn't protect him. But they pleaded not guilty. I get it, but I don't get it. They are expected to be back in court for another hearing August 27th. So that is coming up. That would be a Tuesday, the last Tuesday of the month. This is just so disgusting to me. I just can't, like, why did one parent stay with the baby while the other one go smoke? Why y'all both have to smoke at the same time? Why, I guess you couldn't really bring the baby downstairs, but why you don't have a car seat or something where you could have brought the baby downstairs and have the baby like in eye shot? I mean, becoming a parent, you do have to give up some things. And I feel like at least the mother, because you are mothering the child more than the father, you should have just gave up smoking weed, like, or waited your turn. I mean, even if you do smoke weed, I feel like the smoke is still on your clothes and the baby's still gonna smell it and get a high from it. But I just cannot fathom the thought of you letting your child sleep on the floor. I'm stuck on that first, like the floor. You didn't even put like pillows to like protect the baby, because the baby could roll and then can't breathe and die. I just don't understand. I can't, like, why? I just want to see, the Daily News article pops up. I just want to see AP News. I don't know what AP News is. Let me see if they have more information, because this is just wild to me. Close that out. Let's see. A man and a woman was charged with manslaughter, right, after they left their 3-month-old baby alone in the attic with 2 dogs. They left their baby asleep in the attic with the dogs, and went downstairs to smoke marijuana. Yeah. It seems like after an investigation by the police, Child Protective Services, and the Monroe County District Attorney Office, they was then arrested on Wednesday. The dogs was put to rest. Yeah, so this place is saying that the dogs was put to rest as well. Let me close that out. Let me see. Finger Lake News. Let's see. The dogs was being held at the city animal shelter during the police investigation and have since been put to rest after the court order was granted. They wasn't playing. I wonder how those dogs was being taken care of for them to just go and do that to the baby. because some pit bulls are not like that. But it's all about the owners, and for them to be locked up in the attic, those dogs. And I don't understand how the two parents thought it was okay to even live in an attic with the dogs and to just leave the baby there with the dogs, because those dogs probably was rough already. Like, you could see signs. Yeah, it's not much because not that it just happened, but the 27th is when they go back to court. And that's all I see. That's all I see. This is WHAM. That was an advertisement. It's the same thing. First responders found a 3-month-old severely injured. The baby was taken to Strong Memorial Hospital where he died. It's just so sad. That baby didn't have a chance. They said that the parents didn't live at the home but knew the residents and spent the previous night in the unfinished attic. The attic wasn't even finished. The attic wasn't even a proper place for a baby to be. Unfinished to me means like it could have asbestos up there. It's dust. It's all these things go flying around. It could have openings to the outside, like the roof is not really fixed. It's just, at 19, you just have to have more sense. Okay. Allegedly left the sleeping infant on the floor and went downstairs. When they returned, they found the baby unresponsive. Every time I read that sentence, it just aggravates me even more. The Monroe County Medical Examiner Office ruled the case a homicide due to the injuries from the dog. The parents was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter. That baby didn't have a chance because of the parents he was given. The baby just... They look like they could have common sense. They really do, but they didn't. I feel like if the attic was unfinished and no dogs was living up there and not outside running around, they probably didn't even take those dogs for walks. I'm just saying, allegedly. I don't know. But Junior was rushed to the hospital, and you're gonna name the little baby after you. That's how you take care of a baby. You picked to go smoke. Oh, severe trauma to the baby's body. They was arrested Wednesday, and the mother spent her last week of freedom sharing a disturbed mix of grieving and sexual antics on social media. Prosecutors said that the horror occurred in the rental house and that the dogs was known to be kept in the attic. It's also where the young family had been crashing. The tenants has since been evicted and the dogs has been put to sleep. The teen parents was remanded with bail at $15,000 and due back in court on the 27th. They pleaded not guilty. How, Sway? How, Sway? Ooh, the judge is black. I hear that. She got her little cute, kinky ponytail. Yeah, the tenant's been evicted. So not only did you mess up your life, you killed your baby, and your friends, you made them homeless because now they got evicted. I wonder, was they friends even in the house? Like, was they around? Was the friend outside smoking with them? Did the friend thought it was a good idea for them to leave a baby upstairs with the dogs? That's what I'm wondering. Because it just don't make no sense. No sense. But guys, that's what I came to you about. This sad story that took place in Rochester with these two 19-year-olds that just didn't use common sense. Didn't try to do better once having a child, make proper decisions. Like, once you become a parent, your goal is to, your responsibility is to protect the child at all costs. And if you could give up your life, you will. Like, my son was just sick. It turned out he had strep throat. But when he was sick, I was like, if I could just touch you and take your pain away, I would. Like, if I could just take your sickness away and just deal with it, I would. And he's 14. Like, if something ever happens to him, I would have to be sedated in a hospital somewhere. Like, that's my life. And I will protect him at all costs. And these two young parents, like, where are they parents? They're 19. They just graduated high school like a year ago. Where's their parents? Why are they on the street with nowhere to live with a baby? Why are you not in some shelter? Why you didn't go to a shelter? I can't. But I just have to come to you and do this video because this was a 3-year-old. He can't even protect himself. One of their parents should have took that baby from them. You could go, but they look like they disrespectful and rude, so maybe the parents kicked them out. But now look where you at. Well, they're gonna have a place to live soon enough. Soon enough they will. Soon enough they will be arraigned and sent to jail, because if not on manslaughter or on something else, they are going to jail. But that's all I have to say. Bye.